So the first thing I want to get to y'all is the Monday night game yesterday. So what do y'all think about Herbert, bro? Do y'all think it's like more his fault or his coach's fault or a little bit of both?
Okay. As a Chargers fan, well, I'll let everybody else go. I'll go last as the fan.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Honestly, it's just a So sometimes franchises just curse, guys. Like honestly, let's be honest. Like the Jags all curse,
Mhm.
Chargers curse, Falcons curse. Like it's literally a thing. Like, and I think that's what it is, really. Honestly.
They're just cursed. I mean, the Chargers are like to me, they're basically like the Clippers of football. I can't lie. So
I
Oh, don't
mean,
do us like that.
no,
No,
no. I mean, if you really think about it, they are
they are, but don't do us like that. And they
because
they
like
we play right
so
across the street from each other.
basically, oh yeah, yeah, they do, huh? But I mean, being I was watching the game and like being that last drive wasn't really his fault. I mean, he got pressured and then like that fourth down, he was just trying to make a play and he ended up throwing it in. Gilmore dove at it. So I mean, but low key, like both well, I mean, he said even both coaches, like that play calling was
No pass
horrible in that fourth
interference.
quarter. No,
No pass interference.
no, no, no,
All right.
no, no.
All
He
right.
he
They
played a
both
good
played on the ball. The receiver should have played more to the ball. It would have been
hmm
pass interference.
probably. But I mean, being said, even like the Cowboys, like that play calling in general in that fourth was pretty bad. It was horrible from both. Cause like I mean, Dak had a good game for once, finally. No picks, but that play calling almost sold him the game. Like towards the end, Pollard Loki bailed him out with that like 50-yard check down he had, and he broke the tackle and took off. So, but I mean, Mike McCarthy needs to go too, and so does Staley. So that's
yeah.
that. So both of them need to
Hey,
go.
hey! You said some organizations are just cursed, Ryan.
100%.
Look at the text I just sent y'all, and then y'all will say, yeah, the Chargers are fucking cursed.
Ooh,
Look at that. Look at that. It's damn near identical,
that's
bro.
ridiculous.
How?
Wow. 27-27. They both almost averaged the same amount of yards, a little more
Bro, that's
touchdowns.
over 100 games, bro.
That
That's
that
over a
is
hundred games.
that is crazy.
Yeah, that is yeah.
So I mean, I guess they're one of the cursed teams though. But I
Yep.
mean, would y'all consider like Herbert like a fraud though, or not really? Like
No.
not yet,
No,
not
no,
yet.
Definitely
no.
not.
Don't do my boy like
Well, no,
that.
no,
If
no, no,
Herbert's
no,
a
no.
fraud, then Joe Burrow's a fraud.
Yeah,
No.
Fair enough.
I
But yeah,
mean, I
say
mean, if we're saying frauds, like then we're putting him in the same category as like a
it.
Daniel Jones, and
True,
he's nowhere
true,
near
true.
Daniel
So
Jones.
Yeah, nah.
Daniel Jones. Oh, talking about Daniel Jones, not a fraud. He's just
He's
not
not a
good.
fraud. He's
He's
ass.
Oh
Yeah, I
never
my,
was
been.
gonna say.
He's
his
just not
ass,
Well,
his
good.
yeah, but last year,
ass.
bro, they was hyping him up so much last year. I knew he was mid. I mean, he just beat the Vikings. I mean, that was cute, but like
Being
besides
dude,
that, that's not.
dude. Last year he only threw 15 touchdowns, and they
Bro, he
made the
got
Yeah.
playoffs.
carried. He got carried, but they kept making it seem like he was doing stuff. He was not
Well, I
on.
mean,
That's called the New York media, dog. No.
that
Oh, that is
too.
true. Facts. Shout out Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
He's in a horrible situation too. But I mean, yeah, like watching that game, that play calling was ridiculous. Because I mean, so I know Staley doesn't call the plays on like offense, but like he's the head coach, so he has the final say. Like obviously, and it was pretty bad. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, the Cowboys squeezed one in. I mean, I think the Chargers will be okay. Their team is too stacked not to at least finish second in the West. So we'll see what happens. But I mean,
I think we upset the Chiefs this week.
you guys
I
could.
had a feeling. I had a feeling we were gonna lose to the Cowboys, but I feel like you ever feel like there's just like a hiccup game every Sunday where you're like, damn, like nobody expected the Niners to lose to fucking backup. You know what I mean? Backup Browns player. You know what I mean?
Dude, that was their
I
third
feel like
string.
this is. I feel like if you look at any of the games next week, that you could see like a hiccup happening. It could be that Chargers versus Chiefs game, but it's gonna be a shootout. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
for
a
sure.
shootout.
For
I
sure.
I think this Dallas game. Dallas was trying to play so conservative to not fucking get blown out like they did against the. That's what it was. Like people don't understand the time of possession. You know what I mean? Dallas had 13 more minutes on having the ball. You know what I mean? That adds into the game. Still, Chargers could have had it in the end, scored. You know, but the narrative now is, oh well, Herbert can't finish, and I get it, but nah, it's just the organization, bro. It's not Herbert.
Yeah, it's
Right, right.
organization.
But I
After the
mean,
playoff game last year, the fix was in already. You already know.
Yeah.
yeah, that was. I mean, shoot, they blew a 27-0 lead last year.
Oh,
That's
let's not talk about
It's
that's
last
like
year.
cursed.
Man.
It's,
that's
it's
Oh,
okay,
this year.
dog. Man, we did it too in the Super Bowl. It's fine.
Yeah,
Like I
that's the
said,
yeah,
worst.
people just curse, dog. Browns, Chargers,
yeah.
Falcons.
Vikings.
Vikings for sure.
I don't know
Vikings
about that
too.
one. We can talk about that one.
Oh, put the Bears for quarterbacks because I've
Yeah,
never seen.
there you go. There you go.
So I mean,
Hey, I got a question. Detroit Lions? What?
that's what I was just about to bring up. I was
Yep,
just about to start talking about the Lions.
curse. Yeah, you're right. They're
Really,
cursing.
really.
Big
Not
curse.
this year.
100%.
Not this year.
So they have they're good this year, but still not gonna go anywhere. Y'all know good and well get the playoffs. They're not gonna
Really. I
Nah.
mean,
They gonna first round like the Cowboys or something. But if they get like the
really.
Eagles,
Yeah, they're
then
not.
yeah, they're not
Will
doing
Will is telling me that they're gonna beat the Eagles.
I think they could be Philly.
it.
I'm not gonna lie. They can't be Frisco though.
In Philly, no. In
In
In the
Philly,
Philly,
no.
playoffs?
I think they could.
Wait.
I
We're
think they
talking about
could.
regular
Lions,
season or we're talking
no,
about
no way.
playoffs?
Both.
Playoffs.
No,
Both.
no way. No.
I think they
Regular
What?
could.
season, yes. Playoffs, no.
No.
Playoff, no.
Y'all know,
Bro, y'all are
man,
stretching it.
man.
In
I
I
don't
think they
think
Philly,
could,
I don't
bro.
think
definitely
Lions are not touching Niners or the Philly, bro. They're not touching none of them,
They
bro.
ain't touching Frisco, but I think they could be Philly. I think they could slip one in against Philly.
Bro,
Bro.
I don't know. In Philly, like no, like I
That's
can't
what I
Guys,
see.
think.
you got something called recency bias, right? You need the
Yeah,
Oh
whole
yeah, I get
history of
that
the
too.
Lions. 0
facts,
in 16. That
facts,
happened. That was
Listen,
a
facts.
Campbell
thing.
bites off knees though, bro. It's different. It's different now. You know what I mean? Like we're in a different ballgame now.
Hey,
Things don't
Yeah,
change, guys.
but I
Hey,
mean,
y'all want to
Cowboys.
hear something crazy? Y'all were talking about Staley as a coach. So I was a Staley fan even last year until fucking the playoffs, and now I like can't stand him. But here's the thing, like out of all those coaches that got hired with Staley, bro, everyone's doing good but him, bro, and he has the most talented quarterback.
yeah,
Robert
he does.
Sala's killing it.
Mike McDaniel was in that too, wasn't
Mike,
he?
yeah,
Mhm.
Mike McDaniel. No, Mike McDaniel was last year. No, no, no,
Gotcha. No, I think
the
he
year
was in that.
before. No, the year before. This is Staley's third year. So, Robert Sala was there. Who else? Shane Steichen, who led the Eagles to the Super Bowl.
Mm.
Or not Shane Steichen. Who's the Eagles coach right now? Nick Sirianni.
Yeah,
Nick
Sirianni, yeah.
Sirianni.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean? Like, there's every coach that got hired. There was five of them are all doing better than he did, man. He has the most talented quarterback in Herbert. But I feel like I don't know, man. We're cursed with coaches, bro. It's like
That
it's the
defense
curse
is
of
not that good either, bro. I'm gonna
yeah
just
when you're
it's pretty mid, bro.
but it's weird though. They have talent though. It's just their coach.
Yeah, they
that's
do.
it's
They
the
have talent.
coach, man. I'm telling you, when you watch the game, you're like, look. So like, what's crazy is Derwin James is I think is the best safety in
Best
the
safety.
game,
Oh
not
no,
only
no
because
doubt, no doubt.
but like, bro, Staley when Derwin's in the game, he makes him do too much shit. So like,
Yeah,
he'll make him carry the mic. And he'll like so he has to communicate to the whole defense and have him play all the way in back end or up front. Like he's playing too much roles, bro. You got to simplify it a little bit,
yeah,
especially like if you can't. Man, there's listen, bro. He's a great player, but he ain't Superman, bro. You know.
yeah.
Highest paid safety though. Remember that. One of them
He's
at least.
he is the best safety in football when he's healthy, without a doubt. So I mean, they kind of have to use him like that, especially because he could play anything in the secondary, corner, safety, nickel. He can
Linebacker.
guard linebacker,
Yeah.
yeah, because of his size. He could
Nickel.
play
But
Yeah,
anything.
nickel.
that kind
Yeah.
of hurts us too.
I mean, not really. I mean, when you guys play the Chiefs, he's always manned up on Kelsey. I mean, granted, Kelsey still does his thing, but so
Who doesn't Kelsey do his thing, man?
I mean, it's Kelsey. I mean, you can't stop that. No, yeah, but yeah, I mean, Staley. I mean, like, yeah, it's kind of weird with him because he's like really aggressive too. That's what really messes them up is he's really aggressive on fourth downs, like too aggressive.
A little too aggressive. You're right.
Because even like a couple years ago when y'all played us in the week 18 game on Sunday night on that 4th and 1 when he went for like on his own 25. That was ridiculous, and you guys didn't get it, and that basically lost y'all the game, even though we did go in a OT. But anyways, yeah, he's definitely on the hot seat, like we were saying. And then Being yeah, there's a lot of coaches that are. I mean, he is. Mike McCarthy should be on, but I don't know. I think Jerry Jones likes him. They honestly should have went with Kellen Moore instead of letting him go to the Chargers. But I mean, he's on the hot seat. That Bears coach is still on the hot seat. I mean,
Hey,
that whole
hey, is
Bears team
Frank
is
Wright
honestly
on
on the
the
hot
hot
seat.
seat?
No, no,
No,
no.
no.
They gonna
It's
give him time. I
yeah,
wish
it's
we
too
would have
early.
got Arthur Smith too. That was another coach that was good in there. Arthur
He's not.
Smith got high.
Yeah, I was like, he's not on the hot seat either. It's just
No.
Rivers,
I was just
goofball.
thinking back to when Staley got hired of all the
Gotcha.
people we missed out on.
Trust me, bro. We missed out on Mike McDaniel. We could even brought back the freaking coaches that the Raiders had when they took us to the playoffs with all that drama that happened that year too. But we hired freaking Josh McDaniels, and we suck.
Rich Bisaccia. If you would have just hired
Should have
Rich
kept him, bro.
Bisaccia, you would have been good.
Yep. Me and Mo were just talking about that too, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But I mean, back to the Lions. I really think they could beat Philly, bro. I stand by that, bro. I think they can. I mean, that's just me. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, it's,
What are your reasons? What are your reasons?
dude, they're just like, dude, they're similar, like they're built similar to like the Niners, like not like the physical wise, but the way their team is structured, they're built to beat like anyone just because of how good their line is, like their offensive line.
Yeah, they're good
So,
on offense, but they're not really that great on defense when they go up against those great offenses.
right,
Look at the
but
teams they've beat, bro. Like,
yeah,
yeah, they've smacked everybody, but shit,
I
you
mean, we'll
play the
And
find out
Bucks, you
they're
play
missing their
the
best
yeah.
defensive player too, bro.
too. Well, yeah, I get that too, but we'll find out this weekend because they play
I,
the ball.
I, I
They play
think
the
one
Ravens.
I think one very important thing we're forgetting is the last time Jared Goff was in the playoffs. It
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, it didn't end well too.
it got him replaced. So I
I
mean,
shit,
That is true
I
too.
don't think damn John Wolford. I remember
That
that. Hey,
was
um,
Belvedere.
yeah. No, I think the Lions are good, but I don't think I think they're gonna be good, but there's an echelon of teams that are
Well,
way
yeah,
better than them, right?
yeah. I mean, in
In the NFC compared to the AFC is
see,
fucking ridiculous, bro.
yeah, but I mean, the thing is with the Lions too, the thing that will bite them because they're most likely winning that division. There's no reason why they shouldn't at this point, unless like someone gets hurt. But none of that team really has postseason experience besides Goff. Being, I know Goff does.
Gardner Johnson, even though he's
Gun,
injured,
he's out
he's
for the
ready.
season though. He might
But
come
I
back.
mean, he's still on like you know what I'm
Right?
saying
Yeah,
around the guy.
But
yeah,
like,
yeah. No, I get that.
but
So
if you had to break down like that whole NFC conference, like if you had to break it down, like title contender is Niners,
in Philly, but yeah,
Eagles, right?
yeah,
And then playoff bound, you know what I mean? Is
yeah.
it's like Dallas, the Lions, teams like that, right? So like they wouldn't be in the tier of the Niners and Eagles. And then obviously you got the trash teams on the bottom. We're like, dude, in the AFC, there's like 4 or 5 teams you can put as
It,
title contender.
yeah, it's
You know
ridiculous.
what I mean? Like
It's
playoff
insane.
bound, you're gonna put some teams in there that aren't even gonna be playoff bound. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah, it's
So,
insane.
hey, I need you
and
to
then you got,
name the teams.
and then you
Name the
got the
teams in the
Denver
AFC.
Broncos. And then you got the Denver Broncos. I just want to point out that
Bills,
they're all the way on the
Bills,
bottom.
Name the team in the
Chiefs,
AFC you think are Super Bowl bound or can get to the Super Bowl.
Can get to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, you said 5 teams AFC. Let me name them because I can't.
Let's go. Let's count it.
Chiefs,
Okay.
Chiefs,
Because
Yeah.
Kevin,
Dolphins. You can I will justify each one being able to make the
Okay.
Super Bowl, right? Chiefs, Dolphins, Bills.
okay. Ooh, okay, go.
Yes, sir.
Another cursed team, Bills. 5 Super Bowls. Wait, 4 Super Bowls. Sorry.
Straight,
wins.
straight two, straight in a row.
No wins.
No wins in a row. That's wild.
All right, that's three. That's three. I still got two more.
Okay.
more. Shit, I just was looking at this earlier today. Hold on.
I think you gotta put
I'll tell you
Jacksonville
right
in
now.
there.
No, I wouldn't put Jacksonville in there.
Not yet. Not yet.
No, I wouldn't put Jacksonville in there.
bro,
Hold on.
don't
I
give
just
up
had
on
it
the
right in front.
Bengals, bro.
I just
Don't
had
give
it
up on the
Bengals. Yeah, you're right, Bengals.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, Bengals.
They did it
Bro,
Bengals,
before.
but
They,
not
they
Yeah,
did
only
they
it
the
can
before.
come
They did
back.
it.
Bengals. Hold on.
Okay.
They did it last year, bro.
They did it before 2 years ago.
Started
But
off bad and then went crazy towards the end.
But they didn't start off this bad though. They were 0-2.
Okay.
But
The Bengals. There's another team. Oh, the Browns. And
Yeah,
here's the thing. Here's why I think the Browns can actually make the Super Bowl, bro.
defense. That defense
Look,
is
their
crazy.
defense
That
is
defense is insane.
crazy,
That defense is
and
ridiculous.
look, they can turn over anybody, and all you need is Deshaun Watson to get you 2 touchdowns, and you will be fucking set with that
There you
run
go.
game. With that run game, Deshaun Watson and that defense, bro, they can definitely make it. That whole everybody always saying the AFC West is good preseason, but hey man, the AFC North is really the good
It's
team. Like it's
stacked.
really,
All 4 teams are good,
yeah.
and they all do
Mhm.
things differently too, like very different.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Wait,
So I agree with that.
I'm gonna go back through that list. I'm gonna start with the Bills first because that was the least team. That was the team I heard. I was like, oh hell no.
Really?
You inconsistent Josh Allen? Are you serious?
Yeah, it's true.
You
He is like
trust
Brett.
Josh
Very,
Allen?
very inconsistent. Very inconsistent.
He's Brett.
But
He's Brett Favre
but
clone, basically.
I think they could have made it last year if they didn't go through all the shit that they went through, right? They went through a lot of shit, and let's be honest, people don't remember, bro. They were beating Cincinnati. They were gonna beat Cincinnati and be the #1 seed. The Chiefs ended up getting #1 seed.
It's because of that game
And
getting canceled.
the Bills did lose at fucking home to the Bengals. But Josh Allen threw 3 interceptions. He's
He,
It's
not
because
gonna
they're
that's
throw.
what
missing.
he does. That's what Josh
Oh my
Allen
god.
does. When he needed him
It's
the most, he does that.
because they were
That is
missing their
Josh
best player,
Allen.
Damar Hamlin.
All right, man.
They were missing
Chill, chill,
Damar
chill, chill,
Hamlin,
chill,
bro.
chill, 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 chill. By the way, he's only played in 1 game, 5 preseason snaps,
He
or
sucks,
five
bro.
special team snaps, and he's -600 to win comeback player of the year. I don't know how that shit works, but sure.
That's ridiculous, bro. That's
He's
ridiculous,
only
man.
played 5 snaps.
They probably
Crazy.
give them two. They're probably gonna give it to him too because the optics. They're
Nah,
gonna give it to him.
give it to Lamar or we riot. Simple.
Yeah.
That's
So
stupid.
I
Who?
was gonna ask that.
Lamar.
The Ravens are not in the top 5 UFC teams. You don't think
Yeah.
so?
I was gonna
You
put the
don't think so?
Ravens
Oh
above
yeah.
the Bengals, but it's like that's the thing, bro. You can make it justify 3 teams in that division. Like you could even justify the Steelers if they had a competent QB play.
They just
If
need
they
him
Of
for
had,
course.
like
if
2
they had
touchdowns
Offensive
also.
play
competent QB
calling.
play.
Matt Canada
Yeah,
is a
and the play
goofball, bro.
calling.
Offensive play calling.
He's an idiot. He's stupid.
So
He's
okay,
ugly,
all
dude.
right. You can make it justify that the Bills could beat any team in the AFC this
Yeah.
playoffs. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Right.
They also can do the, they can lose to
All
any
right.
team. Also,
And
I can
then,
totally see that.
and the same thing with the Dolphins. They could beat any team. They can outscore every team.
Yes.
We know they can outscore every team in the playoffs. But
They're on
it's a matter
they're on
of
pace
if
to be
that
the best
defense is going to
offense
show
ever.
up, right? So that's number 2. Number 3, the Chiefs. The Chiefs are the fucking Chiefs, bro. We all know they could be down. They could be down 25 points at halftime. We already know it's gonna be a nail biter in that end, bro. You know they have a chance to win it every time.
The scary thing about the
Browns
Chiefs too, though, is
already
that their defense
justified
is
the
good.
Browns. I think the Browns, the 6 games that I've watched the Browns play, I've never seen a defense so great in my life, and like the numbers back it up, bro. They're second in the first 6 games. The only one other defense has allowed less yards, and that was like the 75 Bears or something like that, bro. Other than
That's
that, no
crazy.
other team. They've only allowed 1,000 yards total in 6 games, bro.
Yeah, that's
Like that's
crazy.
under
insane.
200 total yards a game, bro.
Game.
Like
That's wild.
that is unreal, bro.
Yeah. I had to go back.
And
I don't know who all they played, so I can't really. But it's still a good stat. It's still a good.
Yeah.
Defense is good. I know that.
Well, I
defensive
mean,
balling.
didn't
Who they
they didn't
play?
they didn't
Who
they
they
smoke
play?
Baltimore 27-3 or something like that? Let me check.
Who?
Check real quick.
I don't know if they
The
smoked
Browns.
them. I know they played them.
Well, and then back to the Chiefs. The thing people are sleeping on that defense. That defense is really good this year, and usually their defense turns it on later in the year. But they've been pretty good all season so far. I mean, because the Chiefs, their offense. I mean, obviously they have the best quarterback in football, and they have the best tight end ever, in my opinion. But their offense, like we were talking about, it's a little lackluster this year. They need a little bit more receiver help, but that defense is low key slept on. So, I mean, you can't count them out until they lose. And to be honest,
The scariest team in AFC is definitely the Dolphins, in my opinion.
oh yeah, no,
They
yeah,
they are ridiculous right now, offensively. Defensively, they cool too, but I'm saying like offensively, they're ridiculous.
When does Jalen Ramsey come back?
He might come
December.
back next month. He might come back next month.
Okay.
He might.
sure.
I think he's gonna start practicing this week. They said actually because he's starting his rehab has gone well. They said actually. So the
That's
Browns they
crazy. Even if you don't get back Jalen Ramsey of old, you just basically gained a top 10 free agent, but onto one of the best teams in the NFL.
mhm.
Sure.
And that
That's
defense
gonna be
is
crazy.
low key slept on too. They have a good secondary and a good
That's what I'm
pass rush.
saying. Like, bro, if they can stop everybody, they'll fucking outscore everybody. And
Everyone.
plus, like, you know, I I don't say this just because I'll be betting sports, but this shit's all rigged. You know, have y'all noticed every time like a Super Bowl has been going on? Oh, this person was on this person's staff. This person was on this person's staff. I can see the Niners and 49 and Niners and Dolphins.
Oh, because
McDaniel versus
McDaniel
Shanahan. You know what
Shanahan.
I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I can just see that happening in the Super Bowl, bro.
Yeah.
So
And by the way, that would be a very fun Super Bowl with a lot of good offense.
No cap.
yeah, it would. Yeah, it
And the
would.
Niners would absolutely smoke them, though. But
Yeah, the Niners would destroy them.
You think so?
The if
What?
the 49ers pass rush stay healthy, yes. Nick Bosa stay
Yeah,
healthy, it's over.
yeah,
I think the
yeah.
only good lineman the Dolphins
Y'all
have is
remember Tua's fingers was like this against Cincinnati? It's
oh
gonna be
my
like this
God.
against the Niners, bro.
That's insane.
He
That's
gonna be
insane.
throwing up the L against the Niners, bro.
That's ridiculous that he just said that. Okay, so back to the Browns, they played the Bengals, they beat them 24-3.
Okay,
They lost
hurt Joe
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Burrow was hurt.
Hold on,
Burrow was hurt.
wait. Before you say anything else,
All right,
you
I'm
cannot
counting
call
them
that
down. Let's go.
ridiculous when y'all made fun of DeMar Hamlin when that motherfucker died on the field, okay? I'm just saying, bro.
Burrow was
I
hurt.
am just fucking saying.
That's Oma. But
Next
see,
game.
here's the difference though. Two was good, DeMar's not. But anyways, the Steelers. Okay,
The motherfucker died on the field.
All right, 2.
so they played the
So
Steelers. They
hurt
lost.
quarterback, terrible OC. Next.
They played the Steelers, lost 26-22.
Okay,
I don't know
lost.
how that
Okay.
happened. Yeah.
Okay.
Then they smoked the Titans 27-3.
With Ryan Tannehill, yeah, okay, suspect. Okay, keep
Hey,
going.
that game, the Steelers had 9 sacks. That's how that happened.
Oh, okay.
And
Geez, I didn't know that.
there was 3 defensive scores. The Browns scored once on defense, and the Steelers scored twice on defense. A fumble recovery and a pick six.
Jesus, bro.
Okay.
And then they played
Yeah.
Baltimore, but they got smoked 28-3. And then they played the Niners next week, obviously, and they beat them.
All right. So 4 of those 6 games are questionable.
The Browns are kind of
Burrow.
looking at that schedule, it's kind of fishy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, the defense is good though. But
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
I don't know how good they are because they ain't going against no Chiefs yet. They ain't going against Bills yet. I mean, they ain't going against the Dolphins yet.
The thing is, they don't really play elite offenses. The only elite offense they'll play is the Bengals. Again, if they can get their stuff together, the Ravens and the Jaguars. That's it. They don't play
Is
like
it?
any. And Seattle too, but
Yeah.
that's it.
Bro, they beat the Niners, and the Niners are gonna win it all. So like, all because of their defense. I know Brock Purdy came down and fucking almost put him in field goal range, but
Oh, he did get him, and their kicker just missed it. They weren't. Let's see.
no. If you missed it, you was out of your range.
Let's see. So
But y'all see what's happening to the Niners right now, right?
with what?
Injuries. The thing that held them back last year happened again this year.
Well,
Debo got hurt. Bosa got hurt. CMC say he's good. He said he's day to day, but he got hurt. He got dinged up. I'm like saying, 49ers are good until later in the year when everybody's hurt.
Trent Williams is hurt.
Oh,
Debo's
he
hurt.
did get hurt. He did get hurt. Let me see. Let me see if he's
But
projected to play this week.
It's better that it's happening early on in the season rather
That's
than
what I
like
was gonna say.
It
It's
does-
better
it
that it
doesn't help.
happens early so they can rest.
It
know,
doesn't
yeah,
help
yeah,
if they
yeah.
play
back
Thursday
in.
night though.
rather than having to use 4 quarterbacks against the Eagles in the NFC Championship.
Here we go.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
that's a perfect way to put it. But yeah, but I mean, yeah,
All of them were better than Mac Jones.
besides Josh Johnson.
Oh yeah, my fault.
That man is horrible. And then he somehow got hurt. So, I mean, the Browns, that schedule is kind of fishy. Those first 5 games they've played. But we'll see. I mean, if Deshaun, like you guys said, could at least just throw 2 touchdowns, they'll be all right. Because they have one of the best offensive lines. That pass rush and those DBs are good. Their backers aren't bad either. But
I
it's all
mean,
on it's all on Watson, honestly.
did you hear what happened to Watson?
What did he do now?
Well, like I said, because the last week he's mad. He's got mad because he said he was gonna play, then he ended up not playing. And
Okay.
teammates got mad at him. He put in
Oh,
PJ Walker. They
jeez.
just won. Like he got to win back the locker room. He's the highest paid quarterback, and over here not playing. And he needs to be good with his teammates too, because you can't have your teammates not like you either.
Yeah.
But I
That's
heard his injury like forces him to not even be able to throw like far. Like he can throw, but I know it's just like I don't
Yeah.
even know. It's some weird shoulder injury.
Yeah. I mean, people not understanding the locker room because all the reports coming out that they're angry at him.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah. No,
I didn't.
I would be too. Shit.
But I mean, they won. They're sitting at 3-2, I think, right? And then the
Mm.
7th. I mean, it's week 7, but if playoffs were to start today, they'd be the 7th seed. But teams like the Colts, I mean, I don't see the Texans making the playoffs. The Jets, ooh, being that defense is nice too. Raiders, no. Titans, the teams that for sure will make it are the Raiders, Titans, Patriots, and Broncos. Those 4 teams are not making playoffs, no matter what happens from the AFC.
They're
I don't think
not.
no.
Oh yeah.
Raiders, Titans, Patriots, and Broncos are definitely no playoff teams.
I was gonna say Titans, but then I just remembered Dorian Tanner was out for 6 weeks.
So, I don't honestly. Well, I would say if Richardson was playing, the Colts could sneak their way in, but he's out for the season most likely now.
I think Gardner Minshew's gonna lead him. Hey man,
That's
Mullet
what I
gonna
was
come
telling
over.
Mo. That's what I was telling
Hey,
Mo.
Yeah.
hey,
Minshew
Gardner,
Mania.
like he did bad. He did bad, but the Colts never win in Jacksonville. The past 5 years, they always lose in
Yeah,
Jacksonville. So he
yeah,
was bound to not do good. But he still threw for 300 yards and 2 touchdowns.
yeah. He's not a
And
bad
they're just
backup.
now getting Jonathan Taylor back in the mix. Like I think the Colts are a
Yeah.
really good team.
Yeah.
Again, Shane's fucking Steichen. Why do we get stuck with Brandon Staley, bro? Why?
He's still tripping about that. Trust me, bro.
Because
I
I
feel you.
always like, bro, you guys don't understand. Every like coach that coach for us that we let go is a great coach in the NFL. And the ones that we went out and got have been trash every time, bro. So like, why couldn't we just keep the ones in-house that we groomed and we let go? Like, bro, Marty Schottenheimer is Dallas's new OC, right?
Hmm.
And he's not doing so well, but his dad was a coach for us. So like, why do we let him go? He did great with Seattle. He fixed. Well, Russell Wilson looks lost now. You know what I mean? Without Schottenheimer. So like, I never understand why we let go of these coaches. That's why I'm tripping, bro. Because I got to deal with Brandon Staley every week. Not like so indecisive. So, and all he says is, motherfucker. We know. Do you fucking know, bro? No, you don't.
Do y'all think the Broncos fire Champagne? Speaking of coaches,
No, no, no.
They can't.
Nah,
They,
they
hey,
pay him too much
hey,
money.
we gonna talk about this again, bro. They gonna fork
Yeah.
over
Hey,
$100 million for the
by the way, they
coach
released
and
Frank Clark, so you
$100 million
know,
for the fucking
I mean,
player.
saying fire sale
but
about to happen. I'm telling
no, no,
you.
no. So I know we talked about this, but like they were a mess, and being the fans are really calling for him and Russ to go, but they know they can't obviously because of contract reasons.
Jerry Judy might be on the trade block though.
Yeah,
I want
everybody's
He's
on
to
the trade
gonna
block, dog.
Jerry Judy's gonna
Yeah.
wind up. I'm calling it right now. He's gonna wind up in most likely. I would say probably teams like Green Bay. He's gonna go to the NFC. They're not gonna trade him in the AFC. So he's gonna go to like Green Bay. He might go to Carolina. Um, he's gonna go to a team with like a young quarterback probably that like they need receiver help to help like develop them. So, but
Carolina.
yeah,
Yeah, definitely. They need to.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
would say,
Thielen, but
Green,
he's old now. He need to.
but he's receiver one this season.
That's
He's going off.
bad. That's
Oh,
bad.
yeah, it is low key bad. But they're down in every game too, so they're kind of forced to pass it. They're down in every game.
They were winning for a little bit because the Dolphins came straight back.
They were 14-0, and then they didn't give up a touchdown after they were 14-0. They just you have Tyreek Hill, so you just throw it up. But because the trade deadline's what, week 8 or week 9 now with the whole
Hey,
it's 8 still, right? Okay. So yeah, there's a lot of teams looking for players. I mean, yeah, the Broncos are probably gonna blow it up. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I think they'll keep players like, ooh, they might trade Simmons though, because Simmons is low-key getting old and his contract's gonna be up soon probably. Sertain's gonna want to get paid too, so they might get rid of him, but
they're not getting rid of Sertain. There's no way.
they shouldn't. But if they do, they better make sure they get some picks for him.
Damn, that roster is so talented. How are they so bad?
It's
They
just
got Cortland Sutton still, right?
he's he's getting paid a lot though. His contract's big. I don't know if a
Yes.
team's gonna want to pick that up. And the thing is, usually when teams, fire sale, they trade them to the other conference too, because they don't want to, you know, play against them again. Especially if it's like a star player like Surtain, Simmons.
Mm.
Sun's not a star, but he's a solid receiver. So I don't think they trade him though. I think the receiver that does it from them is Judy for sure. Judy, especially after the whole Steve Smith thing. I don't know if y'all saw that with Steve Smith and
Yeah.
stuff. So
Sorry,
stupid, bro.
receiver.
Judy's stupid, man, for talking. He's accomplished nothing compared to Steve Smith, and he's over here talking. So
No, but
Hey,
to be
y'all know,
fair,
y'all
Steve
want to know
Smith was talking
something
shit
crazy?
first. He was talking stuff on his podcast first, and then he
no,
overheard it.
no. He called him what do you call him? A jag? He called him a
Yeah.
jag or something like that. Just a
Just a
guy,
guy.
just
Yeah.
a guy. And then Judy got bad.
Yeah, I mean,
And then
yeah, he
Judy
talking shit on the
started talking
podcast.
shit. Judy said, "I hear you, I hear you. Watch me, watch me, watch me." And then
Yeah,
went out and
3
had
catches for
3
14
catches
yards. For 14
for
yards
14 yards. Like, what the fuck?
again for 14 yards on Thursday Night
With
Football.
6 targets, six targets.
Horrible.
Didn't he drop a
Atrocious.
touchdown? I heard he dropped a touchdown.
Did he? I didn't know that. I didn't watch
6
that game.
targets. I know.
Probably. I mean, if you had usually if you have 6 targets, you usually get at least like 50 yards. That man had 14 yards. He had a first down and 4 yards. That's it.
No, you won't get 60 yards in Sean Payton's offense.
I actually, yeah, you're right. You're right. You run
Bro,
slants all
their
the time.
average yards per route is 4.8.
Yeah, I was gonna say you run
That's
slants
how
all the
much the
time.
Niners average a run, bro.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. You run slants every time. Like just ask Michael Thomas. Shoot, he did put
What
up.
is it too early to say Nathaniel Hackett was better?
No, it's
Well, first of all, Daniel Hackett was a terrible coach.
No,
He
he
has
is.
he has no background of winning anything to be classified as a good coach. Sean Payton
Yeah.
does.
Yeah,
So,
fact. But
True.
like it in Denver, like between the both of them, is it too
They just-
early?
I don't
okay,
think
you got an argument.
Sean
You got an
Payton's a
argument
Hall
there.
of
You got
Fame coach.
I mean, it's comparing trash with trash.
Well,
I mean,
to be
it's
fair, the
fine.
defense, he had a lights out defense last year. They don't have a lights out defense this year. But I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
guess so. I mean,
Yeah.
But I think the problem last year was I think it was more Russ though than Nathaniel Hackett. I mean, I know it's different when offensive coordinator takes over as a head coach because look at the Raiders, the perfect example for that. Because with the Patriots, like McDaniels was a good OC, but now that he's a coach, he's terrible. So it's a little different because obviously the players like they have a voice they need to look up to and listen to, I guess. But being I think Russ was the problem last year for sure. Because I mean, Zach Wilson, for what it
Yo,
is, he's not doing too bad. He's not doing too bad considering the situation.
not doing bad at all. I got a question. Do y'all think it is better for a franchise to be ass and have a coach that helps build the franchise from ass up, or a team that's talented and has to go out and hire a coach, and now he has to take that team that's already talented? You get
Trash.
what I'm saying?
Ooh,
Trash.
there's like two
Trash.
perfect teams to argue for this too. The
Yeah.
Lions and Eagles.
Yep, there you go.
That's
Or shit, the
Or the
Broncos and
Texans.
Lions, right?
Or the
yeah,
Dan
Texans.
Campbell, great coach, took over a shitty ass
and built them up,
situation, turned it around, built them up.
built them
Mhm.
Right?
up, and they're still
Broncos
building too.
hired 2 coaches in a row to this talented ass team that you just mentioned, and it's
Mhm.
going to shit. Complete opposite, right?
Yeah, damn. I think I think getting a good coaching staff, head coach first of all, but a staff, and then building it up from the ground up is better in my opinion. but you got to make sure the coach and the coaching staff is good, obviously, because there's been so many cases of coaches getting hired and they, ruin it. Like the Lions with the guy before Campbell.
Matt
He,
Patricia.
yeah. Horrible, horrible coach.
And the coach before Patricia wasn't even bad. He made the playoffs. Like,
Yeah,
Jim
um,
Caldwell.
yeah,
that was Jim
Caldwell. That's
Caldwell,
his
right?
name. Yeah.
I was going to say that was Caldwell. So it really just depends on the culture the coaches bring too.
Hmm.
Because I mean, if you look at Philly, I mean, they were already like a pretty good team because it was Sirianni came right after Peterson got fired, and they went to the Super Bowl again. I mean, they lost, but there's a good chance they could go this year again. They probably won't, but
I think a smart route that gets overlooked is like the teams like the Texans who sign like Lovie Smith, knowing that he's not going to be the long term plan. You sign him, tank that year, you get your franchise quarterback, and as you bring in your franchise coach, I'd say,
Coach D'Amico, yeah,
yeah, you just ride from there.
that's another thing too. I've noticed too. Teams that get head coaches that like hire new guys when it's a defensive coach, they tend to do better. Said I noticed that because Dan Campbell and D'Amico are both like defensive minded coaches, and then they let uh the coordinator take care of the offense. The only
Yeah.
problem with the only problem with that is though is when the offensive coordinator's contract's up, they're most likely to go get a head coaching job. So they
Yeah,
have
they
to
have.
bring in a new coordinator like every like 3-4 years. Because I mean
Mhm.
look at Dallas. I mean McCarthy took over. People were saying Kellen Moore was going to take over, but he dipped and now he's on the Chargers. Surprisingly, not as a coach. I honestly thought he was gonna get hired as a head coach, but he wanted to call plays for Herbert. So
I think you guys are overvaluing coaching.
really, you think so?
And I have a prime example of this too. It's called the New York Giants. Last year, new coach Brian Daboll,
That's right.
11-5 or 10-6, something
I
like
think
that.
I think 10 and
Mhm.
6. I think that's 10 and
Led him to
6.
the playoff win. Guys, coach of the year,
Oh yeah,
2022, 2023, 1-5.
and blown out on Sunday night on week
What's
one.
the what is they no different people, no
Mhm.
different. They have no different
They added.
roster.
They added.
They added. They got a better tight end.
He
Mhm.
sucks now. He's horrible.
What happened? Coach of the year last year, 1-5 this year.
But they're not a talented team, and they've been missing. They missed Saquon for 4 games. It's your best player. You
Saquon
missed your
missed
best
about
player.
4 games last year. No,
Yeah, but
they were mismanaged. The GM mismanaged them, I guess. But other than that,
I
they were a
think.
talented team. How you go 11-5 and not be talented, or
I
ten
think.
and six and not be talented?
That's very true. That is a
well,
good point.
that's the thing. Like when you're like them or the Vikings, between the Vikings and the Giants, they had I think it was like 15 combined wins of 3 or less, or
Right.
7
And,
or
and I
like
know that. So why
when
did I
you're
give him coach of
teetering
the?
to such close games, you know what I mean? Little differences. Okay, you call a pass interference on Darren Waller, they run it in, score a 2-point conversion, they just beat the Bills. We're having a whole different ball game. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, but he
shit
still
like
got
that
coach of the
happens,
year.
bro.
That's what I'm saying. So what was it coaching last year, or did they get lucky? Is that Dayball a good coach, or did they got lucky last year? Like that's what I'm saying.
They had an easy
It could be
schedule.
both though.
They
It
did.
could
They
be
did
both,
have an easy
right? Like,
schedule besides the
Because
division.
for the teams like the Vikings, we didn't have a defense either last year, but we didn't play good teams, and it didn't get exposed until the second half of the season when we couldn't stop anybody. But I want to say our coach is bad. Our coach is actually pretty decent.
O'Connell's a
I'm
good
not gonna
coach.
lie.
No. Shout
Yeah,
like O'Connell.
very
He's a good
very
coach.
offensive minded. So I
Yeah,
mean,
he came from the Rams.
but the Giants example is for sure because Dabo. I mean, yeah, they added and they're still
I don't think it's his fault
survived.
though. His offensive that offensive line is like that offensive line is horrible, and they're hurt too, which isn't helping. And Daniel
They got the same. They got
Jones.
the same people.
Well, they're all
It is
hurt
the
though.
same people.
They're all hurt though too. And Daniel Jones doesn't know how to play quarterback
I
properly.
mean, week one though they were all healthy, and
And
yeah.
yeah, it's true. And they got smoked. Was it like 40-0?
Hmm.
40-0.
And Dak only had like 2 touchdowns. The defense scored the rest or something
The
crazy
defense had
like
like 2 pick sixes in
three.
that game. Or
Yeah,
three.
they
They
had like
yeah,
three.
3.
They had 2 pick sixes and then like a fumble that was
Shoot, they got me like
dang near
40.
the goal line.
Yeah,
And
shoot, they got
yeah.
me like 40 fantasy points that day. That was ridiculous. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, it really just depends on like to be honest, it depends on like the coach and the quarterback too. Because I mean, like Reed and Mahomes are a duo. Mike McDaniel too are a duo. But it depends on if they're offense or defensive minded too. But I mean, yeah, I think we might have been overlooking it a little bit, but it still plays a really big part in a team's success for sure.
And also Bill Belichick.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, Mac
Bill
Jones
Belichick.
sucks. Mac Jones sucks.
So it's not coaching then? I mean, like I'm saying, like, come on, at a point, you keep saying Matt Jones sucks. He was good.
I think the game is. I
never
think
just
the
sucked.
game has passed Bill Belichick though. I think it has passed him. I think he needs to call it quits after this year. Or said if he is going to coach, granted he won't do this, but he needs to just be a DC probably, not a head coach no more because the game passed him.
Bro, I don't even think it's this crazy. Like, is it? It's not this. I mean, he's about to have like one of the top picks in the draft, but I don't
Draft.
think
Bill
you hit the
O'Brien
panic
is
button
his
so
offensive
soon.
coordinator.
Yeah, he's a defensive coach too.
Yeah,
Bill O'Brien is his offensive
I
coordinator,
forgot.
bro.
like
Yeah,
I
that's
don't think you
ridiculous.
hit
And
the
then with
panic
Aaron
button.
Judge and Matt Patricia, like the
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that's
Patriots are
bad. That's
not
bad.
like it's just all around. You know what I mean? It's not
it,
just Bill Belichick.
the blame is obviously gonna go all towards him,
I
but I
mean,
don't think
Belichick
it's
hires them. He hires his buddies. That's what's fucking him up.
he,
Bill
he
Belichick
does.
keeps hiring his buddies.
Yep. Yeah.
He
Well,
said, "You co-
And
yeah,
they can't draft worth anything. They draft
But
horribly.
guess who drafts? Bill Belichick.
Belichick drafts.
Okay.
That is
You
true.
see him every year. You see him in the street. You see him sitting in the seat. Oh, Patriots on the clock. Bill Belichick.
There's no owners or nothing.
Remember his
Just
dog? Remember his dog was there one
his
year.
dog. Yeah, on the
Facts.
chair.
The COVID
Yeah.
year.
Mm.
Well,
That's when
don't
they
worry.
drafted. I forgot.
That was Mac Jones, wasn't it? Or was that the
Yeah.
year after? No, I think
Wait.
it was the
Year after. Yeah.
Well, I mean, on the bright side is for him, if he does coach, he's gonna get his buddy McDaniels back in a year or two. So he's gonna go crawling back like how we did when his coaching shit in Denver failed. He's gonna go back to the Patriots probably. So
And all Bill Belichick disciples failed too. So I mean,
it's funny too because
was Belichick the good coach then? I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, if
Being-
his coaches under him fail, and he's a teacher, is the teacher's good? Is a good teacher?
well, I think the problem is the students try to bring too much of his stuff over. That's the problem. I think that's the problem because they try to be controlling and just be just like him, but that don't work. That don't work. So, but I mean, yeah, I mean, I think like we said, the game has passed him. I think he should call it quits, or what they could do because I don't think he's never gone through a rebuild stage with the Patriots, right? It's been pretty consistent
Yeah, he never
For-
had to.
for the most part. I mean, they could trade everyone that is worth something. Granted, who is worth value on that team besides Matthew Judon? I have no clue, no idea. And they're not going to trade Gonzalez. And they're not going to trade Gonzalez. They just drafted him,
Yeah.
so
He's
I mean-
out for the season, right?
he got hurt.
Mm.
He's going to be good too, but it is what it is. But I mean, yeah, I mean, for the most part, Belichick always has a consistent. These last couple years, he's always had a consistent defense. Besides this year, it's just they're off. It's just the whole team's just a mess now. Because the
Because
game
of
is
who?
passing.
Because
Bill
of-
Belichick. Bill
Okay,
Belichick.
here we
But I
go.
don't-
Man,
I
how we
don't think
came
he's
back
fired.
full circle.
Or,
They're not gonna fire him though. He's
I don't think he should retire either. Like,
no. I mean, like I
I
said,
don't-
I think he should just go take a DC job somewhere, but I don't think he'll do that.
oh, bro, like,
He
I
will
still think
retire
he
before
can
he's
head
fired.
coach. Yeah,
Yeah.
fact. I
Yeah,
think
that's
he
true.
will still head coach the
They won't
Patriots.
disrespect him and fire him. He's gonna
Facts.
retire. Mutual
Yeah.
mutual
Oh,
separation.
step down,
Yeah,
Step down.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's gonna be
oh.
mutual.
Oh, do it like Bruce
Go to college.
Yeah.
What the Bucks coach did and handed the keys to Todd Bowles. He said, "I'm going up in management," and then he gave the keys to Todd Bowles. So
Wait, Bruce Arians did?
mhm.
Yeah.
He's like a management up in the front office, so he's still part of the team, but he just doesn't coach no more.
Oh, I did not know that. I thought he
Yeah.
retired.
No,
Him
no.
and Brady apparently had problems.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that. Whoa, that's crazy.
dude.
Him and
Wait,
Brady had
'cause
problems.
didn't Brady like have low key problems with Belichick on his way out too?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, no. There's literally clips of like him and Brady like yelling at each other. It's
Yeah,
funny.
that is good. I mean, but Bruce Arians was a no nonsense coach, so I mean, it makes
Yeah, I mean, neither was Belichick though, but obviously Brady played with Belichick for 19 years,
Yeah,
something like that.
I don't want to do the math. I don't want to do
Some-
that.
something like that. I mean, he was
When I
drafted
was
into
elementary school. Yeah, I know.
yeah, something like that, like 19, 20 years, something like that. So, but I mean, yeah, I think the game has passed them, or he could blow it up, like we said, and go from there. So,
What interesting happened this week? I mean, besides the two undefeated teams losing, but
Damar Hamlin's van had the number 3 on it.
Bro.
They retired his number on the van. My fault, my fault. I mean, pretty much the biggest upset I guess the Browns was a pretty big upset.
They were at home, so I want to call that an upset. And plus, they had to
True.
lose They had to lose eventually. The Browns are not terrible, so I want to call that
Yeah,
an upset. Like,
I mean, the Jets beating the Eagles was pretty. See, the
yeah,
thing is,
that's
see,
what
the
I'm
thing is,
saying. Besides those two undefeated teams going down, what else was
down.
interesting this week? This week was so fucking boring.
Yeah, that's
I
like,
was watching the games. All the games were not that
I
you
mean,
knew the Ravens were gonna win and overseas. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, you knew a couple of these games were gonna be like that. So like, I feel like this week wasn't that interesting. This upcoming week is really interesting because you
there's a
got
lot
a
of
lot
good
of good games.
games.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a lot of good games.
I mean, the one thing, I saw a stat with the Dolphins. They're on pace to be the best offense ever, like on paper, stats wise. They're gonna break that Rams. Was it the 0-1 Rams? The
Yeah, the
the great.
greatest show on turf.
Yeah, I'll say the greatest one. They're about to break that probably, which they will. Tyreek can hit 1,000 yards this week too. Joseph was telling me about it. He's only 186 yards away. He could hit it this week, which is crazy. We're not even week 10. He's already gonna
Against
get
Philly though.
who they play? Oh, Philly,
Philly.
Philly, Philly. No, I think he'll get like against Philly. He'll probably like just break 100,
Who
and then
you all got in that game? Y'all think Philly bounces back?
yeah, they took the
I'm
L. They
saying
put
this
us
week
back.
is so interesting. This week has a lot of good games.
yeah, I don't think.
And the Eagles have a good D line. They get to They get him.
Shoot, Jalen Carter's leading the league in pressure rate right now. That's
I know.
ridiculous. That's
They're
ridiculous,
playing in
bro.
Philadelphia.
Uh,
I think down Miami. I
Yeah,
think
they're playing in Philly. They're
they
playing
play in
in
Philly.
Philly.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
Sunday night.
going
Yeah.
from
Sunday
Miami
night
to
football.
Philly. Yes, right.
yeah.
Miami to
Nah,
Philly.
it's not that cold yet. It's not that cold yet.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
not that
it's not
cold.
that cold yet, but it's still like, hey,
Oh, it's gonna be a shootout for sure.
yeah.
I ain't gonna,
Oh,
I
no,
don't
no,
think
no,
I
no,
so.
ain't gonna
no.
lie.
Oh, guys,
I'm
guys,
taking
guys.
the what?
Tyreek's gonna feast. Slay's not playing.
He's out
Oh,
or he's hurt.
He's out. He has a knee injury, and then
Oh,
Carter's out. Carter's out too. Actually,
Dang.
I mean,
so
their
they
D
got
line.
Bradbury on him.
Oh, he's gonna get cooked, bro. Well, not just that. They have Jalen Waddle too,
Yeah, no,
and they have Mostert. Or is Mostert on a chain still hurt? Or are they coming back?
no. Mostert's fine. It's the
No, they're back.
Yeah, I changed up for like 6 weeks or something.
They're both back. It's their their only major injury is Jalen Phillips, but he's questionable. He has an oblique injury,
Oh,
Wait,
and
the Eagles signed Julio this morning?
yeah.
yeah, they found him on the street.
I'm gonna go on and say
Sunday night
that
game.
The Dolphins could very much win that game now that
I think
Slay's not.
Miami gonna win, bro. I'm gonna be
They
honest.
could. It's a Sunday night game too. Actually,
Yeah, I don't think
Eagles
I
coming
think
off a loss at
Miami.
home.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah, at
they'll.
home.
Loss at home with a great D line.
And
Eagles.
Philly's gonna be rocking because by this weekend the Phillies are gonna make it to the World
Oh
Series.
my gosh,
Hell no, bro. That town's gonna be rocking.
Rockin',
The
yeah,
Eagles are
it's
not
true.
Eagles are not losing that game, I don't think.
The thing is too, like you guys said, they lost, and it's a Sunday night game too in Philly. So we actually had a
They
good
ain't losing.
Sunday.
They're not losing. The
Yeah,
Dolphins ain't that good. They're not losing.